Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. As my lessons continue to progress through the ABRSM Grade 6 Music Theory Workbook, I now turn my attention to question 1A, Exercise 11. In question 1A, we are required to allocate chords to a given melody line. In this particular exercise, the melody is an old German tune in a minor key. As we allocate chords to a given melody line, we are implying full 4-part harmony, and we must observe all of the rules of harmony, and I help to explain this step by step, note by note. In this particular exercise, we also get the opportunity to demonstrate our ability and understanding to write out a cadential 6/4 and also a passing 6/4. The full lesson can be found on my Patreon channel. If you visit patreon.com/Sharon Bill, you'll find the full lesson there, and you can see links to this lesson in the cards and in the description box below. After this short little video, you can see sample examples of the lesson, and it shows you how I work with you step by step, note by note, explaining all of the procedures that you need to understand. Everything you need to fully understand this advanced level music theory can be found explained in my Harmony and Composition textbook. This book is available from Amazon, and you can find links to that in the cards and in the description box below. Enjoy your studies. We could go 1B1 as a lead in. We want 1 here, I suggest, because on the accent of the first bar we need to establish the key nice and strongly, don't we, really? So you could have 1B1, however, a nice strong start would be 5-1. That's a good strong start. Now I suggest, although the Roman numerals is all that's required here, I suggest that you write in the bass notes that you are implying with the chords that you are allocating, simply because we want to make sure that we don't get consecutive perfect fifths or perfect octaves between the bass and the soprano. And we can only really see that if we can see what notes we're implying. So chord 5 in root position would have an A, and then chord 1 will have a D. So we're okay for the moment. That's a 5th, but that's going to be a 3rd, so we're okay again for this next chord. And if we use chord 4B, we sort of heading in sort of a contrary motion direction from here, and let's see where that takes us to this next chord. So that would be a 4B. And then if we go back to the A, we've definitely got that contrary motion, haven't we? So I think that works nicely, but without the raised 7th. So if we have chords 4 to 5, that sort of gives the feel, and we have to have here, if you notice, we've got to have an A and a C, which must belong to this chord here. So chord 5 is really the only one that will fit, actually, isn't it? Because, you know, chord 3 is very obscure and want to avoid using that. It requires particular treatment, and it's always better to stick to the primary triads. And here we're sort of implying sort of an imperfect cadence, so it doesn't sound finished. We don't want it to sound finished. So we can just have a chord 4, just stick to the primary triads. And then here we have, this is the harmony note. This is a passing note, just passing in step to the next harmony note. So this note A, we could have a chord 5. We could have a chord 1. I think I'll go for a 1B. A chord 1 might work. Now, if we have a chord 4, that's a G to a B. That's a 3rd. So yeah, we could. I won't create any consecutives at this point, at least. But I think if we have a chord 1B, it keeps things nice and stepwise to an F. That's a 3rd, so that's okay. And then here we're going to go, I think we'll have a chord 1 here. So we've gone 1B1. And then it's only 1 beat, and it's not like on the strongest beat of the bar. It doesn't sound finished. You know, we can use a chord 1. Now then here we have our 3-2-1, which is going to be our cadential 6-4, which is 1C5-1. That's the sort of prescribed progression.